Dear friends, welcome to the NIOS studio. In this video, we are going to talk about Impressionism. Impressionism was an artistic movement that drew inspiration from the simplicity of everyday life. The name Impressionism was given by an art critic at the first exhibition of this art group in 1874. The artists of Impressionism followed a style or movement in art concerned with the effect of light on objects. They came out of the studio to paint in open air, working quickly to create an impression of what they felt in visible universe. These artists attempted to capture freely and spontaneously the natural, ever-changing effects of light and color. Impressionists came to represent a major break between classical and modern painting. For Impressionism, like most movements, was a rebellion against the conventional and academic standards, which in every age seem to have the support of the masses. Here, the artists are more attracted to subjects such as rivers, pools, harbors, cityscapes, and human forms. Some of the pioneering artists of the movement were Claude Monet, Manet, Auguste Renoir, and Edgar Degas. Post-Impressionists was both an extension of Impressionism and a rejection of their limitations. Though post-Impressionists continued the use of distinctive brush strokes, applying vivid colors. The selection of subjects were from real life, but they gave more importance to geometrical forms or distorted forms to express feeling of their inner vision. George Seurat and his followers concerned themselves with pointillism, the systematic use of tiny dots of colors. Paul Cézanne introduced a sense of volume and structure to painting, while Gauguin and Van Gogh used colors and vibrant swirling brushstrokes to convey their feelings and their state of mind. The study of this lesson will be able to identify the main features of these art movements. The learner will be able to differentiate the different stylistic approach of paintings done by Impressionists and describe the formation of impression. Another objective is it will help to state the pioneers of these art movements. Now, we will appreciate one famous painting of Monet titled Water Lilies. Among the entire Impressionist, Monet was the most dedicated and spontaneous artist to capture even every changing moods of nature. He was born in Paris on 14th November 1840. Most of his life he travelled tirelessly seeking new settings and effects of nature to paint. He is widely regarded for his enchanting flower landscape, river with boats, seascape and rock coast. He endlessly painted the wonderful water garden, which gave him his final great public recognition. In the series of water lilies, which was painted during 1899 to 1900, the Japanese bridge across the pond acted as the central feature of the paintings. In almost all these paintings, the sky was barely absent, but he freely painted its brilliant reflections in many vibrant colors to add extraordinary depth. The fresh blossomed lilies of various sizes add to the beauty of the painting. Let us see another painting of the Impressionist artist Auguste Renoir. Renoir was born in 1841 and died in 1919. He was a French artist. He painted Moulin de Galate, L-I-N, D-E, de, la, L-A, la, the painting shows young people enjoying life, picnic, dance and party. Renoir was a creator of soft, sentimental and charming paintings. While painting, he used his sharp observation to register the movement, atmosphere and images of Parisian society. He used shades of purple, white and blue tones to unite the modeling of figures dressed in fashionable clothes. He added delight and freshness in color, which sparkles in his painting. His works show tenderness and harmony in perfectly balanced and pleasant compositions. Renoir prefers to paint group composition, portraits and female model studies. He was expert to communicate the impression of joy of life through his paintings. Dance Class is another painting which was painted by French painter Degas. Degas was born in Paris in 1834. Unlike other Impressionists, Degas refused to paint from nature. He was interested mainly in human presence. Among his most notable achievements are his paintings of ballet dancers in frills, skirts, practicing, getting ready for just revolving around the stage. His off-centered composition gave impression of spontaneity to capture gesture or a pose full of life. In most of his paintings, he preferred to play with artificial light of the theatre than to sunlight. The most favorite medium for him was pastel. Sometimes he used different mediums in the same picture, or else he would superimpose coats of pastel in order to obtain transparencies between layers. Other than painting, Degas also took up sculpture to express rhythmic movement of dancers in real space. Now we will appreciate the work of post-impressionist painter Paul Cézanne. He lived through 1839 to 1906. He was a post-impressionist painter who explored new means of expression. His paintings show simplification of natural forms, According to him, everything in nature could be reduced to solid geometrical such as cone, cylinder and cube. He tends to turn recognized or real forms into structural impression. Thus, he was said to start abstract painting, which later gave birth to Cubism. He is known as father of Cubism. Whether it was his still life, landscape, portrait, or familiar humble folk, all his paintings convey intense study of the selected subject. In his painting, Still Life with Onions, he rendered forms of interpreting the light and shade of an object in varying tones of same color. He used plain color strokes to depict color relations. His composition shows perfect vertical and horizontal breaks with interesting arrangement of three-dimensional forms in space. With the use of red and yellow, the vibration of light is reproduced, while sufficient quantity of blue and white drapery adds the feeling of air and space. Cezanne would be always regarded as the father of modern painting, as his style forms the bridge between the late 19th century Impressionism and the early 20th century Modernism or Cubism. Now we will see one of the most acclaimed work of post-impressionist artist Vincent van Gogh. He lived through 1853 to 1890. The name of the painting is Starry Night. Van Gogh was a Dutch painter. Though his life was full of miseries, poverty and discouragement, he was a dedicated painter. In all of Van Gogh's paintings, color carries greater importance than just the expression of the forms. He tends to depict natural scenes in terms of colors, not light and shade. In his painting, Starry Night, there is the night sky filled with stars. This painting shows well balanced composition with harmony of colors. The painting is composed with various elements like swirling cloud, glowing stars, and a bright moon. In the background below the hills lies a small town with a church and small buildings. To the left of the painting, there is a massive dark structure depicting top of an isolated cypress tree. The stars in the night sky are surrounded with their own orbit of light. This representation of the sky keeps the viewer's eyes moving about the painting, following the curves. His Starry Night seems to be a whirlpool galaxy with bold, pure slabs of blue and white oil colors. The study of night sky led to convey his own inner conflicts and sleepless nights. Van Gogh had an original vision to depict the simplicity and acuteness of expression. His other famous paintings that made him one of the most outstanding painters are Sunflower, Potato Eater, Wheat Field, and Cypresses. His own self-portrait and his own bedroom. Dear learner, let us assess what we have learned from this lesson. Impressionism symbolizes an artistic movement which tends to produce an effect to mark impression of a feeling or imagination. The artists of Impressionism came out of the studio to paint in the open air, working quickly to create an impression what they saw. Some of the famous artists of this movement were Monet, Manet, Renoir, and Degas. While post-impressionism was an extension of an rejection of limitation of impressionism, they gave more importance to the inner feelings, sense of volume and use of vibrant colors. The pioneer of this movement were Seurat, Gauguin, Cézanne, C. and Van Gogh. So, dear friends, I hope you have understood a lot from the video. This video has explained about Impressionism and Post-Impressionism. For any kind of learning support, you can contact us at our helpline number 1800-180-9393. For more information, log on to www.nios.ac.in. Thank you for listening.